Hello everyone, welcome to English class. Hope all of you have received the timetable and syllabus of Unit Test 1 and must have started taking revision seriously. After revising chapter 12, that is present tense, we will now move on to chapter 13's revision, that is past tense. And you are also requested to watch this video till the end, as I am going to discuss the pattern of MCQs, which will immensely help you to get to know the simpler way how to prepare your grammar topics. So let's start with chapter 13th revision, past tense. As you all know, past tense is used to describe an event, action which happened in the past. Here in our book, it is also mentioned it refers to action that took place before the present. It also refers to states that existed in the past. We had simply learned how to change the affirmative sentences into the negative and interrogative. Here we are going to learn the simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. I again repeat, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. Let's see and look at the table. What is the pattern and structure of each and every kind of past tense? If we see the verb form, in simple past, base form of the verb is used plus ed and special forms for some verbs. For example, Leela painted a house yesterday. She drew a tiger last week. If we come to the next tense, that is past continuous tense, we'll see the verb form is was or were plus ing form of the main verb. For example, Rahul was running on the beach. Past perfect, had plus past participle of the main verb. I have already told you that past participle of the main verb is called the third form of the verb. As you are giving this example, Sudeep had failed twice in the exam. You are given the first form of verb fail. If you have to write the past form and past participle, the past and the past participle form of fail will be same, failed and failed. So you can use these kind of examples when you are liking to mention about the past perfect tense. And the fourth kind of past tense is past perfect continuous tense. The verb form of this tense is had plus been plus ing form of the main verb. An example is Zohra had been practicing yoga for many years till 1975. This way, students, you have to make the table for each and every kind of tense. When you are clear with all the four kinds of particular tense, you can remember the 12 forms of tenses. Even in the last video, I will give you the recap. I will explain you how does each and every structure differ from one another. Now, we will simply revise simple past tense from our book. Then I will make a table on the separate paper and will make you revise the way how you can do it. Okay, let's start simple past tense. In our book, there are many exercises based on this lesson. The first exercise is based on simple past tense. The simple past tense form of a verb is made by adding ed to the base form of the verb. However, irregular verbs have special past tense forms which are not made according to any rules. First form of the verb is want. If you want to write the past form of want, the answer will be wanted. Bake, baked. And these two verb forms are called regular verbs. Why do we call the regular verbs? As we simply add ed to the base form of the verb, and these verbs are called regular verbs because they are not being changed by adding the vowels or changing the vowels like we do it in the other verbs. Here in the next example of irregular verb, in this example we will see many of the verbs remain same. Like read, spellings are same, read. But here the pronunciation will different. It will be read, read, and the third form will also be read. So we will pronounce read, read, read. See, its past form is saw and its third form is see. So I keep requesting all of you to please learn the list of regular and irregular verbs. If you remember, I posted one PDF related to regular and irregular verbs on your WhatsApp group. You kindly keep revising and keep learning because this plays an important role in your tenses. Okay? Yes. Now we will move on to the next example. Sushma wanted a cup of coffee. Ravi baked a pizza. Syra read 3 books in a day. Here we can notice that each verb is written in the past form. What is the past form? Second form of verb. And these in the first 2 examples we have learnt wanted and baked, in which ed is added to the main verb. But in the third example it is irregular verb read, read, read. Okay, this is the irregular verb. Now we will move on to the table which will help you to remember all the 4 kinds of past tense. Okay, now if you see this table which I am going to make for you, here past tense. The first kind of past tense is simple past tense. Let's revise its structure once again. Those who have done it, in your book also it is written. The structure of simple past tense, you have already learned the base form of the verb plus ed. So you can say the structure is subject plus second form of verb. Okay, this is a structure that you have to remember for writing simple past tense. Now we will take few examples to understand it in the better way. First example I have taken, I danced. Okay, if we talk about the affirmative sentence, this is written in the affirmative form. So this is the affirmative form of past tense. If we have to write the negative form of this tense, what will you do? The point is, how will you convert this positive sentence, that is the positive form, into the negative form? I have simply written here, I danced. Here you have to add, I did not dance. So here you can see even that by adding did not, the affirmative form is changed into negative form. Yes. Let's see for the next sentence, how can we convert the affirmative into the negative? We can say we change the subject. Here the subject was I. Yes, I is the subject. And I is singular or plural? Here I is the subject. I just circle this subject to make you understand in the better way. Here I is the subject, here we is the subject. Though I is plural, we is also plural. Here we are taking the subject of we. So if we complete this sentence with we danced, then also the answer would be we did not dance. Okay, this way you can change the affirmative sentences into negative. As it is a past tense, we need not to worry about do or does. That if it is a subject, if it is the singular subject, then we have to write does not, or if it is the plural subject, then we have to write do not. Here the case is not like the present tense. Here the case is entirely different. You have to just remember adding did not will change the affirmative into negative sentence. Right? Similarly, we can write one more sentence if you want to write you danced. The answer for the negative sentence would be you did not dance. So this way you can convert the affirmative sentences into the negative sentences. Yes. Now we will talk about the interrogative sentences. If you are given the affirmative to convert into the interrogative forms, how will you change the interrogative sentences? As I have explained you in the previous videos, that you have to focus only on subject. Yes, subject, right? If the subject is clear to all of you, then you can easily bring the subject before the you can easily bring the helping verb before the subject. You know this is the subject, this is the helping verb, and this is the object. Okay, the case will be very simple. How would you write it? I can say you need to convert firstly these sentences into the interrogative. Let's write these sentences once again. If I say I danced, right? We'll take the same examples over here. If I have taken this example, I danced, how will you convert it into the interrogative sentences? You just take the helping verb before the subject, and you know here the helping verb is did. So how would you write it? Did I dance? Question mark. Don't forget to put question mark. These are very important punctuation signs. Okay. So here I have converted I danced, which is the affirmative sentence, into interrogative sentence. This we are talking about the interrogative case. When the interrogative sentences are there, or when you are given the affirmative to convert into the interrogative, simply bring the helping verb. What are the helping verb here? Did. Right? In all the cases we have added did, and did, which have converted these sentences into negative sentences. Right? Now we'll take up the next example. What we have written, we danced. So how can you convert this sentence into interrogative form? Yes, we will again bring did before the subject we. So how would you write? Did we dance? Question mark. This we are interrogating someone. Even here the third example is you danced. Why I have taken the small sentences? So you can easily understand with the example of these sentences how to convert the negative or interrogative sentences, or affirmative into the negative, or affirmative into the interrogative cases. So this way you can remember the structure as well as the example. Did you dance? So this is the case of simple past tense. First case, simple past tense, its structure, its examples. Now we have discussed both affirmative as well as negative. I hope this case is clear to everyone. Now we will move on to the second kind, that is past continuous. If you see the exercises given behind your these structures or behind this introduction, you will see there are very this innumerable exercises given on this lesson. First exercise on simple past, second exercise on convert it into the negative sentences, then question sentences, right? So this way you have to move on to the examples as well as on the exercises. This is all about the simple past tense. So, let us talk about past continuous tense. What is past continuous tense? As I have explained, its structure and usage. Let's know once again, when is this tense used? It is used to show an action in progress at some moment in the past. And it is also used to show the continuity of two or more actions at the same time in the past, as it is also used to describe a past action which is often repeated. Before going to talk about its examples, I would like to tell you the structure. What is the structure of past continuous tense, as we have done it in the second point, that the structure for past continuous tenses was or were plus ing form of the verb. So let's remember the structure is, first of all, you have to use subject, then was or were plus first form of verb plus ing. Right? This is the structure which is supposed to be used while writing past continuous tense. Now we will move on to the examples. How to write the affirmative sentences. Affirmative means positive and negative sentences. Both we have to discuss here in this lecture. Let's know how to write affirmative sentences. For example, number 1, I was sleeping. Right? Here the subject is I and was is the helping verb, and sleeping is first form of verb plus ing, which I have already explained before. V1 plus ing. So this is the affirmative sentence. Now how can we convert this affirmative into negative form? I have told you many a times before that you have to add not with the helping verb to convert affirmative into negative. Especially when we are given the helping verb, then we don't need to take any kind of trouble to add anything. We have to simply add not with the helping verb. So let's write its negative form. I was not sleeping is the negative sentence. Okay? This is I was sleeping. It is I was not sleeping. Now the second example we'll take, we were sleeping. I just keep changing the subject. Okay, the first form of verb and ing will remain the same. You have to keep changing the verb, helping verb along with the subject. As I am giving you this example, we were sleeping, right? Here in this case, we will add not. We were not sleeping. Not sleeping. Okay, so this is the second example. I repeat, I was sleeping, I was not sleeping. We were sleeping, we were not sleeping. So this way, we can convert the affirmative into the negative form. Just added not with the helping verb. Now I will take the next example. You were sleeping. You were sleeping. Right. So what will you add? Not. Yes. I hope this is getting clear to everyone. Very good. You were not sleeping. Right. So this way I have converted affirmative into negative. Now we will move on to the next step. You all know what is that? Yes. We will convert the same sentences into the interrogative. How will you do it? Yes, you all know. These are the helping verbs and we have to bring this helping verb before the subject. It will be simply written into the interrogative. Let's see. I'll write it before you. Let's see how can we convert these affirmative into the interrogative form. You may also keep practicing on your notebook if you want to remember how the structures and the examples differ from one tense to another. Okay. Okay, this is the best technique, children. If you want to remember anything, write it down on the paper, write it down on the notebook, and you practice it. Yes. Now, number 1. I'll take up the same example. Don't worry. This is what I was sleeping. I was sleeping. Here, what is the interrogative? I explained you in the examples written above what you have to do. Bring this helping verb before the subject. So the answer would be was I sleeping? Was I sleeping? What do you have to add at the end? Question mark. Yes. Now, second example, we were sleeping. Yes. Now, what do you have to bring? Were. Yes, very good. Now write, were we sleeping? Question mark. Okay?
Yes.
Now let's move on to the third example. You were sleeping. Let's bring this up, a helping verb before the subject. Were you sleeping? Right? So this way you have to convert affirmative into the negative forms and also affirmative into the interrogative form. We have to simply tick the right question, right answer in the exam. You will be given 4 answers. 4 answers like in the objective forms only, and you have to understand their structures first, that what could be the structure of this tense. Suppose you are given the past continuous tense. You have to remember the structure. Then after remembering the structure, go on to the question. Like first question is given 4 examples, 4 options. You have to choose a correct answer over there, which will help you a lot in remembering and putting the right answer there in the exam. I hope this past continuous tense is clear to everyone. Now we will move on to past perfect tense. So the third form of past tense is past perfect tense. Let's understand its structure first, and then we will see its usage. Structure is subject plus had plus third form of verb. Third form of verb. Yes, this is the structure of past perfect tense. Now we will move on to its usage. When do we use this tense? Especially, it is used to describe an action completed before a definite point in the past. Right? For example, I had completed my homework at 8 p.m. Okay? Second case, when you denote the past desires which remained unfulfilled. For example, I wish I had met her in my youth. If only I had worked sincerely. So this way, you can use past perfect tense to denote the past desires which remained unfulfilled. I hope you are getting its usage. Right. Now the next usage can be in the conditional clauses to describe something which did not really happen. For example, if you had cleared the test, you would have got the job. Right? Second example, if you had hired a taxi, you would have reached in time. So this way, the past perfect tense is used in the different cases. Now we will move on to its examples, how to convert affirmative into negative and then affirmative into interrogative. Let's see the example 1. I had played. I had played is the affirmative sentence. How would you convert it into the negative? Yes, you have to add not. I had not played. Okay? This is the negative case. Now I'll take up the second example. We had played we had not played. I hope you all are getting it. Okay. The third example, they had played. Its answer is they had not played. So this way you have to add not with the helping verb to convert the affirmative into the negative form. Right? Now we will see how to write the affirmative into the interrogative form. Interrogative means question sentences. Yes, this way you will convert the affirmative into the negative and affirmative into the interrogative. First sentence which we used is I had played. Now what will you do to write the interrogative? Simply bring this helping verb before the subject. So what would be the answer? Had I played? Question mark. Second one, we had played. So the answer would be had we played? Question mark. Okay. And the third example is they had played. The answer is had they played? Question mark. So this was all about the past perfect tense. Now we will move on to the fourth and the last kind of past tense, that is past perfect continuous tense. The fourth and the last kind of past tense is past perfect continuous tense. Here in past perfect continuous tense, the structure is subject plus had been plus V1 plus ing plus the use of since or for. So this way the structure of past perfect continuous tense is given: subject plus had been plus V1 plus ing plus since or for. Now we will write few examples under affirmative sentences. Number 1, I had been dancing, and the answer for this affirmative answer for the negative sentence is I had not been dancing. Okay. The second example is we had been dancing, and the negative form of this sentence is we had not been dancing. Right. The third example is you had been dancing, you had been dancing. Okay. And its negative form is you had not been dancing. So this way you have to add not to write the negative sentences. Now we will move on to the interrogative form. How to write the interrogative sentences? If the case is I had been dancing, you can easily make it out. Please remember the structure, remember the subject. This is the subject, this is the helping verb, this is the object. Now what you have to do, bring this had been before the subject. So what could be the answer? Had I been dancing? Question mark. Second one is we had been dancing, and the question form of these affirmative sentences. I'll do it all for you. Had we been dancing? Question mark. And the third sentence is you had been dancing. What you have to bring before the subject? Yes, helping verb you bring before the subject. So the answer is had you been dancing. I hope question mark. I hope this structure is also understood to everyone. Structure subject plus had been plus V1 plus ing and use of since or for. If it is required so. As in the given example, I have used the simple sentences where the sentences are I had been dancing, we had been dancing and you had been dancing. We haven't used this since or for. Okay. So this way past perfect continuous tense is written. So students, as I promised in the beginning that I will share the way how to prepare the topics for MCQs related to all the tenses and sentences. So here it is. These 2 questions which I have written along with the 4 options. Out of them you have to tick the correct answer. Right? So I have written these examples to show you the way how to prepare for unit test. Let's read what it is. First question is tick the correct form of past continuous tense. The MCQs are written with A, B, C, D options. First answer is they had been dancing. Second, did we sing? Third, we were dancing. Fourth, I had worked sincerely. So what you have to do? You have to find the correct past continuous tense and tick the correct answer. So what should be the correct answer according to you? Yes, what should it be? Past continuous tenses, we were dancing. So I'll put the right mark over the C option. We were dancing is the correct answer. Okay. The second question is which is the correct negative form of simple past tense? First option is you had not hired a taxi. Second option is we were not studying. The third option is she has not been completing her work. And the fourth option is I did not dance. So you have to find the negative form of simple past tense. So what could it be? Yes, the correct answer is I did not dance. So this way you have to prepare for the unit test. All the topics should be on your tapes, all the structures, their usage and examples, which will help you a lot to attempt your papers and exams very well. I hope you are understanding and practicing well at home. Still, if you have any doubt or query, please be free to ask me your doubts on my personal number. Thank you so much.